Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Coach Yoann. Today it is Friday, January 6th, and it is 7:14 a.m. West Coast time, so 10:14 a.m. East Coast time. So my day is already over. I took one trade and I was done. Let me show you what I did today. All right, so this is SPX on a 5-minute. We opened with a gap up and we had a huge push up over here, and then we got rejected right there. Once we got rejected, I wanted to enter it, but that candle was huge, as you can tell, and didn't stop for a good almost 5 minutes. Boom, boom, all the way down. No retracement, nothing. It was just like boom, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until this is over, obviously, and they retrace a little bit at least for me to enter it. And so they did. It was sideways actually. If we go on a 1 minute, let me show you. Okay. All right. So like, you know, as you can tell here, there was like huge candle down, right? 1, 2, 3, like non-stop, just going lower and lower. Not even like a little stop at the 9 EMA, nothing. So I'm like, I could not obviously enter that. There was no way. Contract were flying, right? So I'm like, no, because if it retrace it, then I'm gonna have a bad entry. I don't, you know, chase it. So what I did is I waited for retracement. Would happen, not really retracement, but like a little consolidation on the way down here, and enter right there. Boom. So let me put this here. There you go, one right here, okay? That's what I enter. Also, this is what I drew this morning, this rectangle here. It is because we have an opening gap. So I'll always do that because I want to identify, I want my eyes to get used to it, and now they start to be used to it, obviously, and I want it to be so obvious so I don't miss anything. So that's what it's a habit that I have for the past, I don't know, like a few months now, that I started to do that, and it helped me tremendously. That's just me. I'm not saying what you should do or shouldn't do, that's you, but I know it helps me out a lot. So anyway, so I enter right here, right? And then let's go back on a 5. Exactly there, right? Then I cut one here because I was like, I don't know. I only had 2 contracts. By the way, I had a 37.95 puts. I enter, I think, at $6.10. Yeah, now obviously I had 235 because we went higher. Obviously, there was a huge reversal. But long story short, I enter here at 610, cut one here, and then the other one right there. Is that 6? Yeah, right here. That's it. Exactly there. Yeah, because then you went a little bit lower and then reversed. So perfect. Actually, a little bit lower because I know it was the bottom of that candle. Let me grab this here. There you go, right there. There you go. That's exactly what I did. All right. So now, that being said, how much did I make today? Well, $580 in less than 3 minutes. I bought the 37.95 put at 610. I'm sorry, I think I said 660, but no, that was 610. I bought 2 of them at 6:41 a.m. I saw the first one, which was sorry, this one here, right? So if you look at the 5, it's basically, oopsies, there you go. The break of the 9. Why did I sell that? Just because in case we reverse it on the 9. I didn't want it to be, you know, to lose money on that. So I wanted to locate gains. That's the reason. If you ask yourself, why didn't you cut here? Is because, well, you know, in strength, I wanted to sell. Those contracts were flying from 610. I saw my first one at 820. We talk about 1 minute, exactly 1 minute and 4 seconds later. Okay. So right there is like $200, $210 in 1 minute and 4 seconds. And then as we continue going lower, I decided to cut it right there because then we were approaching the gap and I didn't want it to have a huge support coming back up, which exactly what, let me see here, zoom in, sorry about that, which is exactly what happened here. And when that happened, guys, you have to understand that those contracts will go from, let's say, $10 here, which they went, to legit 6 right away. It's insane. Just because volatility is high, you still at the, you know, opening, filling that range. Buyers are coming in. Gap is filled almost, right? We have like what, few dollars here, like maybe $2 to refill, but whatever. And then they exploded back up. So when that happened, your contract get messed up really quickly, especially on a Friday, especially on 0DT SPX. So that was my first one sold here. And then the second one at 980 at 644 over here. That's it. My contract, when I was looking at it, I was like, wow, because there was also another gap here to fill eventually. So I'm like, wow, if you are doing it, my contract here went to 10, 1080, and at some point I saw 11, and then they completely reversed. And when they start to reverse, well, you can tell now it's 160 for my contract, right? Which 15 minutes ago, what is it, 720 now? No, way more than that. Yeah, so 40 minutes ago, basically, they were at, well, I saw them at 980, right? So you can tell how crazy the change is. With only 20 minutes, you can go from like $980 to $170 if you just held on to that. Obviously, they reversed. I had my risk management in place. I cut in strength on way down. I cut the last one here. So very happy with the trade today. I wanted to sell in strength. I took only one trade and I was done. Now, whatever happened, reject it again here and bring it lower. It is what it is. If they go higher to new highs ever, it is what it is. I don't care. I'm done for the day. So I wish you all a great weekend. And I'll speak to you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe on that video and the channel. If you want to have a trader mindset coaching session with me, please go on coachoutyoann.com and book your session as well. I'll be happy to help you out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.